previously, all the while in my consult, right, I also have done certain guidelines for our clients, and I want to share with you, this is how we look at property. There's always a different balance of how you want to enter into property. So if today you are intending to hold on to your property within 3 to 5 years, then you must also accept the fact that today your pricing in terms of a capital upside will be much higher, and your support for this 3 to 5 years, relatively, if let's say this property is very new and you're holding it for 3-5 years, then your support price will generally grow at a higher level. But of course, during this period, while you're waiting for the new property to be ready, you don't get your rental yield, and also there's no renovation cost involved. So while of course not everybody can go into this new launch market and just buy and then wait for 3 to 5 years without having a property to stay. So some of us, we will opt in, which is, if you ask me, also another level of safety, which is the 8 to 12 years mark. So the moment when you go into a property, that means when you enter, it's really a second-hand property, right? You need to acknowledge and accept that your pricing for your support is going to be average. The capital upside is going to be low. Why? Because first of all, you may be entering into this as a second owner or third owner, depending on which year, and a chunk of the profits could have already been used up in the beginning. So of course, when you are buying property like this, generally it's more of a resale, and your rental yield you will definitely still get, and whether you want to choose to renovate or not, really a different story. And if let's say today you're entering into stage 3, which I will advise you, for those properties that is more than 15 years, be prepared to actually hold this property longer beyond the 10 years mark. Because if you are using an older property and then you hope that in the next 3 to 5 years you'll be able to exit, I believe your growth will be limited, right? That's why your support price is going to be weak. Your capital upside, because you are holding on to this property long enough, so there is enough runway for you to kind of ride on the different cycles of the market. So this is also fairly important. And of course, your rental you definitely will be getting, but if being an old property, you will have very high renovation costs also.